Hello, today we're here to talk about Dangal. Dangal is a good film. It was apparently isn't it like super famous in China and it made a lot of money? I don't know. But Dangal, starring Amir Khan, Fatima Sana Sheikh, Sanya Malhotra, Appar Shakti Khurana, Sakshi Tanwar, Zaira Wasim. I just wanted to point that out because I think they're the standouts in this movie. And also Girish Kulkarni, who plays the coach. But this is a good movie. It's not a great film because there is a big problem in this film, right? And I'm just gonna bring it up straight up. The whole idea of forcing your dream onto your children is a bit uh, sad. And I this movie does normalize it a lot. And you know how the movie justifies it? Because they're like there's the when the children are children, their friend is like, yo, man, I know you don't want to do this whole wrestling stuff, but you know what? Your dad actually cares about you because my dad gets me married off instead. He's a piece of shit. And I'm like, well, yes, but one can be bad and so can the other. And this has nothing to do with the fact that, oh, even though you're a woman, like he was ready to force his dream upon his son as well, which is what's funny. And the whole movie is just like, yeah, that's what it is. In a way, the movie is very realistic that way because if you really think about Indian parents, a lot of Indian parents kind of do force things upon their children because they couldn't achieve it during their life and they kind of expect their sons slash daughters to do it. So, I guess props to the movie for being realistic that way. But anyway, the other than that, because I just thought it was very funny how the movie tries to sugarcoat the fact that, oh yeah, you both, you're gonna achieve my dream now. But the movie is actually really good. It's a bit long. I feel like it could have been cut out in some sections. Amir Khan, fantastic. I have to say, this is one of Amir Khan's finer performances. His performance as Mahavir Singh Phogat, absolutely fantastic. I think he plays the role so well. Really becomes. I know he had like the dramatic weight loss, weight gain for this character, right? Just a second. But I do think that even ignoring the physical aspects of the character, I think Amir Khan does an incredible job of portraying the father, like the father who's distressed and the father who's eventually aging. Fantastic role by him. I think Fatima Sana Sheikh, who plays adult Geeta Phogat, does an incredible job. I do think, unfortunately, Sanya Malhotra, when they grow up, like Babita Kumari, kind of gets sidelined towards the end because it's like a bigger deal about Geeta Phogat, which is a bit unfortunate because when both the characters are kids, there's like an equal dynamic between both of them. But towards one point, you can start to see, okay, kind of who the movie is going to be focusing on more, and you can see that. But yeah, Zaira Wasim, who also was in Secret Superstar, who I didn't know, who unfortunately had to retire from acting for reasons, which is interesting. It's a shame, it really is, because she really is a good actress. And in this movie, especially considering she's a child actor, she's absolutely killing it, honestly. Like, she's doing a fantastic job in this film. And yeah, it's unfortunate how life ends up, but what can you do? Yeah, this movie has a good story. It has a decent story, and I think it's a decent film. But here's the thing for me, the reason why I don't think this movie is that good, it follows a very cliche structure of sport films, right? And I think that's my main problem with sport films in general, or sport biopics, or just movies about sports in general. It has a very tried and rusted formula which is applied to everything. And it's very hard to make it refreshing because it's always going to be the formula for movies based on sports. Unfortunately, it's always going to be the case. And it's just one of those movies where, yeah, they have the same formula applied. And it's just, okay, sure, And it really does bother me how it kind of tries to show in the nationalistic and feministic feelings towards the end and the middle, where it's like, that doesn't actually make it a better movie. Like, I'm glad that they are showing it, but I feel like the movie really lacks in some ideas of how could it be unique. Because in the end, Amir Khan's performance is not saving the fact that it's a very cliche sports movie. Like there's nothing standing out. There's nothing spectacular as such. There's nothing which makes you go like, wow, that movie, oh, that was fantastic. Like it's just another sports film which like is supposed to like make you feel emotional. It's supposed to make you cheer for the end. It's just very formulaic. It's very reused. And yeah, and for comparison, I think Bhag Milka Bhag is an excellent movie. Why? Because it kind of went beyond your generic sports stuff, because it added a lot of, like the whole partition, and it had a lot of trauma and all that. Like for me, this movie didn't have enough of other stuff other than the sporty stuff. It just focused on the sport entirely, and it ends up being like one of the most cliche sport movies ever made. Still a decent film, and it's made a lot of money, so clearly a successful film, but not a great film, unfortunately. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's some of you who are like, this is the greatest movie ever made. If you are one of them, let me know why you think Dangal is one of the best movies you've ever watched. I think it's okay, but I'm sure people will disagree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all on the next one.